all the people who are going to die in this arc of Elbaf. And there are a few interesting ones in there. Welcome back everyone to Animotion, and today we'll be discussing about who are the potential death flags in this arc of Elbaf. But before we move on to the video, I would like to remind every one of you to please like, share and subscribe to our channel Animotion. This really helps us out. And with that self-promotion out of the way, let's get back into the main video. A little disclaimer for every one of you guys watching, that is, at the time of this recording, the latest chapter to be out for Onepiece is 1174, and we have a data up to that chapter. So our speculation made here is based on the data up to 1174. So our first contender to die and potentially having the most percentage to die is none other than Saint Summers. And the logic behind his death is pretty simple, that is, he has no more part to play in this whole story of One Piece. Now why doesn't he have any more part to play and why he have to die? And that is also pretty simple. It is because the final war is loading and Emu do need the strongest people to be the Holy Knight at this point. And Saint Summers is not that strong. He got douchebagged by potentially everyone, and I don't think he can even stand a 8-year opponent at this point of time. And just a reminder to everyone, he would have died 100 times over if it was not for his regeneration ability. The second person to be on the list is a combination of two people, aka a duo of two people of the current giant warrior pirates. They are Dory and Broggy. The equation for the death of Dory and Broggy are pretty simple. It is because they are currently under control by Lord Emu, and it is his Udo ability, aka Domi Reversi. And there is a huge thread connected to Domi Reversi, and that is no one has ever lived after being affected by that attack. Whether the person is Rox Dizabek or King Herald, no one has ever lived after being affected by that attack. So the equation for Dory and Broggy is pretty simple. I don't think they are going to be saved in the current arc of Elbaf. And to give Emu some more credibility as the final villain or one of the final villains, he should accomplish some feats in Elbaf in order to make him even more vicious and even more dangerous. So I think one of these things is going to be his unstoppable possession ability, that is his Uno ability, aka Domi Reversi. Now moving on to the third contender, it is pretty obvious one. It is Elder Jarl. Now the equation for him is also pretty simple. Emu does want to kill him, and one of Emu's motive to be here in Elbaf in the first place is to kill Elder Jarl. So I think he's going to achieve his motive here and he's going to viciously murder Elder Jarl of Elbaf. And for our final contender, I would like to throw in a wild card for this one. And I don't think there is a 100% chance of him dying or anything, but there is a huge percentage of chance, let's say 50%, for him to die in this current story of Elbaf. And this final person is none other than our Soul King, who is also known as Brook. Now I would admit that this is pretty wild to think one of the Straw Hat, aka one of the main characters, are going to die in Elbaf, but hear me out on this one. Till date, we did not see a single person except of Loki order permanent damage to one of the regenerated ability masters, aka the Gorosei or the Holy Knights. And the Straw Hat crew do need to learn how to do that in order to win the final arc battle against the world government. So just like last time we see on Marineford that Luffy was pretty helpless and he could not help his brother Ace out, which led to Ace becoming a meme donut and Akainu being a donut baker. Everything is on the plane right now. But there is also a point there, that is our main protagonist Luffy did got a huge character development, and he went on to find out about Haki and learn about it from Rayleigh. And in order to bring the world government down once again, he needs some kind of formal training, and more importantly, he needs a motivation in order to keep him going through that formal training and learn it as soon as possible in order to liberate the world. And we do know a single thing that could motivate Luffy to keep on going, and that is a death of a close friend. But why Brook of all people? There are other Straw Hat members. The answer is pretty simple, and that is Gunko. We still don't know about Brook's past beyond the Rumbar Pirates. So Gunko is a key of learning about Brook's past, and Gunko could be the person who would kill Brook ultimately and this would trigger Luffy in order to go for a huge training arc because he know that he is powerless against someone like Emu and the world government. And that is why I choose Brook. Although you could say that the death of Dory and Brogy could also trigger that emotion, and I do agree with you on that, but in order to make the video even more spicy, I went with Brook. That will be it for today's video. If you guys watched till the end, a huge thanks to all of you guys for helping us out, and be sure to like our video, subscribe to our channel Any Emotion, and with that out of the way, I'm out. Peace.